Hey friends, it's Life Coach Rich. Just wanted to come to you today to talk about some different life events that have happened the last few years and stuff. And it started, and that got me thinking about, hey, maybe I should take my health more seriously. It started with the death of my mom. She in 2019. She was she was 68 and about to turn 69 that April, and she passed away in January of 2019. Um, And so that I was like, wow, that's kind of young. She had had failing health within the last years of her life, about 6 to 7 years. And then the last 4 years, her muscles just started giving out on her, and she lost the ability to even get out of get out of bed and go to the bathroom herself and stuff. And so in the last 4 years, she was in a full assisted nursing home to take care of her 24/7 because she couldn't do anything for herself, and it was too much of a situation for my dad. My dad dealt with her for about 3 years before she went into a nursing home for the last 7 years of her life. He was visiting her regularly and stuff, but it was just too much for him to handle on his own. So anyway, she had early onset dementia, but mostly her mind was clear, and it just really affected her the decline of her body and her muscles. It got me to thinking because I'm like, man, I was at that time, that's 2019. Then I'm 49, in 2019, about to turn 50. So I was like, it got me thinking, longer term. She was misdiagnosed with Parkinson's and was on Parkinson's medication, but she actually had something called Lewy bodies that we found out later that is similar to Alzheimer's, and so the Parkinson's medication sped up the progression of her decline because she was misdiagnosed with that and she was on that Parkinson's medication. So anyway, so let's fast forward a little bit. So that really got me to thinking, man, I should start trying to take care of myself a little bit better. So I didn't do a lot of stuff. I mean, I just wasn't exercising regularly, wasn't really necessarily watching what I was eating. But it got me thinking about like longer term. So let's fast forward 2022. Then I had a problem with anger for years. That sort of blew up and came to a head where I stopped talking to my wife for a couple of days in 2022, and then and that God finally broke through that kind of situation because um, with the verse, you're supposed to delight in the wife of your youth, and I wasn't even talking to her. And so, what the heck was wrong with me? And it wasn't anything that she was doing. It was just an anger issue between me and God, really, that I had internalized and was resentful towards God for bringing some bad employees our way, and I had to deal with the aftermath of what they did and left in our business in 2020, spring of 2022. So then we got that solved and that reconciled and everything with my wife and friends and people I'd hurt, apologized to them and stuff, and that was in the fall of that was in the summer of 2022. And then in the fall, me and my wife took a marriage class through our church, and that was helpful. It was really good to continue to be on the same page and get on the same page even better. That fall, the spring of 2022, when that stuff with anger and everything and the stress at work was going, I didn't eat well. I wasn't sleeping well. It really took a toll on my body. I lost 5 pounds. I was 155 pounds, lost 5 pounds. I didn't really have 5 pounds to lose. Went down to 150. And before that stuff went to a head, and then after that progression, after I got healthier, then I really tried to start taking my health more seriously. I started consistently going to the gym. I bought a membership, consistently going to the gym. So that really, it took me about a year and a half. Then I went all the way up to from 150 and gained 15 pounds of muscle. I went all the way up to 165. I even got up to 170, but then that was just that didn't exactly. I wasn't the healthiest weight for me, so 165 is where I've been maintaining after that, because that's a lot healthier weight for me, a lot more muscle, and able to be physically fit, do everything that I want to, a lot stronger. And so that was a good change as far as my body. Now, still kind of, I was working out consistently, but still pretty much eating whatever I wanted. Standard American diet, okay? Drinking soda all the time, every day. It wasn't until the fall of 2023 that I decided to try to stop drinking soda. And some people, a sweet drink, that it might be tea, it might be sweet tea for them. My relatives drink sweet tea like it's water, some of them in Louisiana. Fast forward to the summer of 2023, we sold our business. We had a swimming pool business. And then I was to come on as the general manager over for the new owner to merge two different companies, our company and then a different company, pool company. We had a pool cleaning business, and merge those together. So that was in June of 2023. Fast forward to August 2023, then a friend at church that was only 10 years older than me. So at this time, 2023, I'm 53. He was 63. Then it was very sudden. He went out to take a jog or a walk and then had a heart attack and died. And he was 63. So that was really shocking for a lot of us. He was a good man, and I'll show a picture of him, Andy. And so that really got me thinking, wow, that's only 10 years older than I am right then. And so do I have, I'm thinking, do I have 10 years left? I mean, I know we're different people, but I was just like, I haven't taken good care of my body in the last 20 years. So I really need to start doing something and getting serious about taking care of my body. October 2023, that was a real stressful time in our in the merged business. I was in charge of merging the two companies together, didn't really have any help, even though the owner said he was going to give me some help. The person that said they were going to help me that didn't do anything. Um, and so that was very stressful. I mean, I wasn't sleeping right. I was working all the time, very stressful. And I barely made it through that conversion. Starting at the beginning, we started October 1st. And then really October 2023, I just was not normal. I had stopped going to the gym that particular couple of months. Leading up to that, I wasn't working out regularly. It affected my sleep, and I was drinking soda all the time. So really, all of October, I just really almost had an emotional stress breakdown. I just couldn't hardly take anymore, and it was it was unhealthy. And so I realized at that point that I was not normal. In the beginning of October, it took me all of October to de-stress, just get back into working out, get back into sleeping good, and then it took me all of that month to just start to feel normal again, because it was just not good, not healthy.